All right, we're gonna look at something today that I think is gonna be really, really helpful to those who use the Moerman Liquidator. So I'm calling it the Liquidator Mindset because it's a mindset that you only would need with the Liquidator. So, good thumb of rule when you look at a window. How many times can your squeegee go into a window? It's like a math problem, right? Like doing division. How many times does a number go into a math equation? How many times can your Moerman Liquidator fit into a window? So this is a 12-inch. I can fit it in 3 times. So what is this telling me? That's telling me that, look, I'm going to match it up to my first 12-inch. So picture me coming down the frame. I just cleared out all the water on the side. I swoop back up through the solution. I just took out all of it on this side. Now what's left? The middle. And I know, because it fit into this window 3 times, that 12 inches is going to be more than enough, and that I can close out right in the middle of the frame. Does that make sense to you? Now, I'm going to wet this again. Now, the biggest question I get about the Liquidator is, where's the 18? Why are you using the 18? Every day. Facebook, YouTube, constantly. How many times does the 18-inch fit into this window? Twice. So, look at the problem with this equation. I come down here, I just wiped out all the water on this side. I come back up here, I just wiped out all the water on this side. You see that? Now, I have less than 18 inches. So now I need to use an 18-inch on a strip of water that has dry glass on the side of it. Why is that a problem? Because you're going to start getting drag, because the squeegee, from the center of your squeegee, you're going to have this much and this much rubber going over dry glass. And especially if you're using a soft rubber, you're going to get even worse. See, this is a soft to medium rubber, the NXT, so your glide is going to be way better. If you go back and look at the chart on the understanding rubber video, I explained through the chart that you're going to get better glide with a harder rubber, because the soft rubber is going to grip. Now, we're going to look at another size, because these, I use 4 major sizes. I use the 10, the 12, the 18, and the 22. So now we're going to look at this window. Now, how many times does the 10-inch fit in this window? 4 times. But when you're using a 10-inch on an accelerator, it doesn't, no size actually mimics its actual size, because of the ability to maneuver and cover glass so quickly. It actually works as a much bigger squeegee because of the accelerator. So now I'm able to still maneuver the squeegee around the glass. I can actually go faster and have more control with the 10-inch. So ultimately, when I'm looking at windows, I'm looking at measuring them up at how many times I can fit my squeegee in it. Now, if I'm in hand, I'm always using a 22-inch. Always. Why? Because it's just going to cover more glass. It's going to work like a regular squeegee size would normally work without the accelerator handle. I have it in the Moerman snapper handle. But the beautiful part that makes it even more efficient is that I get detail-free results. So I cut in Now my top's done. Now my sides are done. And the window's complete. Zero detail, all in the hand. And this is why I work the way I work. So when you're asking, that's such a small squeegee, why? I want you to understand it's because of the accelerator handle. The accelerator handle gives you the ability to cover more glass and because of the angles. Look, say this is your 18-inch. This is the top of the frame. Just from tilting my squeegee, it gives me more inches. You see that? I can reach up higher to the top, and it just gives me that little extra few inches that I need to take out a window. So when you're dealing with a 10-inch squeegee, a 12-inch squeegee, or any squeegee on the accelerator, it's giving you greater motion of distance. You can reach further up because you're on a pivot. So it's, you know, the Takumi series, the first few Takumi series was all on the angles. If you've never watched Takumi 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 4, because I use the negative angles all in one video. If you've never seen those, you want to start there. And that's why I did everything in the order that I did it, because number one, it's in the order that I learned it. But secondly, it's in the order in which the evolution of your window cleaning is gonna go. Because once you understand your angles and you understand like your angle arms and you understand all that, like if this was a 1.0 handle, let me show you with a 1.0 handle. The 1.0 handle doesn't have negative degrees. But if you have the angle arm and you pop it back once, now you can do a window directly in front of you as if it was in a negative angle because of the angle arm. So every single part of this setup has a purpose and a reason. It's not just being able to do deep ledges and close out. It's a whole myriad of different things that you can do that are going to help you get through your job faster, and literally nothing you can't do. So, you know, adopting a liquidator mindset, as I like to call it, is crucial if you're going to use the Moerman liquidator as your normal everyday squeegee on commercial jobs, on your storefronts, on your residential properties. Like, you need to know this stuff. This stuff is important for you to know because it's going to help you work unlike everybody else. And the reason why you're not working like the average window cleaner is because your tools are different from what the average window cleaner is using. So it's just giving you that much more of a advantage. But you know, if you're not taking advantage of all the benefits of using the system the Moerman has put together, then, you know, it's on you. You could lead a horse to water, you can't make him drink. You know what I mean? All I'm trying to do is show you how efficient this whole system works together, and the results I'm getting, and the speed I'm getting, and just all of it. You know, you're free to do whatever you want, obviously. I use the Moerman Deluxe soap because it was the soap designed for the Liquidator squeegee. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. Everything that's going to help make the Liquidator squeegee better, I'm going to do. So everything that Moerman has made to assist with the Liquidator is what I'm focusing on. The spray ray, the Moerman Deluxe soap, the rubber, all of it is made to help you with your precision, with your consistency and control. You know, that's why this tool is different from all the other tools, because it's a precision tool. So if you use things together that are going to help with the precision, you're gonna have a greater and better appreciation for the squeegee. If you don't use it every day, and you're just watching videos on it, it's not going to hit the same way. But when you're actually using the squeegee, watching what it can do, you're going to have a greater understanding and appreciation for it. You see the consistency of my soap right now? Full and total control. Nothing is dripping. If I make a mistake, I can shoot right back over and fix it, and ultimately get detail-free results and have perfect results. So all I have to do now is wipe the frame, and that's it. And that's the difference. So if you're going to be using this, start looking, envision your squeegee going into the window as many times, and then you're not going to have problems with maneuverability. Because if you can't turn your squeegee around, or you're dragging over dry glass, you're going to get frustrated and you're going to be like, this tool sucks, when it has nothing to do with the tool. It's the way you're using it. It's the way you're using it, and it's not, you don't know what you don't know. You know, if you've ever heard that saying, you don't know what you don't know. If you don't know what you don't know, you know, that's not on you. So, but as you get educated and you watch these types of videos, it's going to give you all those little tiny minute details that are going to make you start thinking so much clearer when it comes to your work and the progression of your work. You know, I knocked out all these tops. Took me a minute and 4 seconds. I know, because I taped it. Took me a minute and 4 seconds to knock out these windows up top, and I cleaned these. Now I got to do the down the bottoms, and I got a door, and I got some higher up windows right here. I don't know if you guys want to see that. I can show you. I can do this one closest to me real quick. This isn't with the spray ray. This isn't with anything other than the carbonator and the 12-inch liquidator. So I'm going to wet it, go across the top, go across the bottom, scrub down the middle. Now I'm going to flip back. I'm going to clear out my top, come down the side. I'm going to slide through the solution. I'm going to take out the other side, slide back up, and now I'm going to start fanning. This is a pretty big window, but the 12-inch axe is a bigger squeegee because of the accelerator. I'm moving across the glass in seconds, way faster than I'd be able to do if I was in hand. So now I closed out, I got detail-free results, and it was simple as that. So I just want you guys to start thinking in this mindset, in this aspect, that when you look at a window, you say that's a 10-inch, that's a 12-inch, that's an 18-inch, that's all perfect for my 22-inch. And understanding where you're starting and where you're finishing. You know what I mean? So I'll show you this one last time before we end this video. All right, scrub the side, the top, bottom, middle. All right, if I start here, boom, down the bottom, come up, clear out that corner. All four corners are closed out. Now I'm coming down fast and I'm closing. Boom. right here. It's not too close to the frame. And the reason why we don't want to do that is we don't want to push any water onto the frame. You know, we want detail-free results. So the only thing I have to do when I'm done is this. That should be the standard for professional window cleaning. Not taking your towel and having to do this. All right, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and show you. This is what guys are telling guys to do. Take a towel and do this. You're adding steps. There's even more steps now. Now I need to wipe the glass beforehand. Now I'm going to squeegee my window. And now you gotta go take your towel again and detail the window. Why do you want to work like that? It is so inefficient. It's dumb. It's dumb when things like this exist. Like, seriously, I'm not trying to be mean, but if window cleaners are out there telling you to use a towel on the sides of your frames before and after, they're wasting your time, dude. You're watching people who are just burning up your money and your time. Like, you're free to do whatever you want, dude. I'm not saying, like, I'm just trying to, like, I get nothing from these videos. I'm spending my own money on these fucking tools, my time, all of it, right? For the benefit of window cleaners. So when they watch it, you know, rather than, I understand some people are going to have their questions, be like, why are you using a 10-inch? I had another comment yesterday. Dude's not a subscriber. It was just a comment. He saw it on a short. And he said, what is that blue hose? I've never seen that before. Your traditional window cleaning. Those are normal, valid questions. But there are guys who are just being straight, like trolls, assholes. Most of the guys, when I go and look them up and they say something fucked up, is they're normally like friends and commenting on every single post of these guys who clean inefficiently. So it's not a surprise, you know what I mean? They just get blocked real quick. And that's it, because you know what? You can take your negativity, and I'm not going to get mad. I'm not going to flip out. I'm not going to do anything anymore. You know, my son asked me if I could stop swearing on my videos. So I told him I was going to try. So I'm trying to do that. So I'm trying to clean up my language and trying to not trash talk anyone, because that's not my objective. My objective, I would love to see those guys who are promoting these tools that aren't efficient. I'd love for them to like start using them and we can all be friends. Like, that's what I'd like to see. Like, I don't want to go to war with anyone. I don't want to talk shit. I don't want to have to block people. Like, I want our community to be a positive place where we're helping one another, not just selling each other. And that's where it becomes fucked up. That's where I don't like it. That's where my anger stemmed from, because I feel like it's ingenuine. You know what I mean? I feel like it's not real. All you want is my money. And don't try to pose yourself as being like anything other than that. Just call yourself a salesman. Hey man, I'm here to sell you. You know, don't act like a fake nice guy. You know what I mean? Just be a salesman, sell your fucking tools, and you know what I mean? But if something's efficient and works as good as this, don't sit there and fucking down it. Don't talk shit because your friend fucking talks shit about it. Like, at least have your own backbone. Have a pair of balls and be like, dude, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Something. Like, when all you guys start like fucking just, it becomes like really, it's really annoying, you know, to watch a bunch of people all say the same shit that's wrong. It's not real. It's not real. They're not real reviews. So, you know, that's where I'm coming from. Content, quality, all of that is going to start. We're going to start shifting, and I'm going to set up a schedule for when I'm going to put shorts and videos out. I had reached 210 videos with 208 subscribers. I had almost a subscriber for every video, which is not good. I had way too much content up that was not quality, so I wiped out like 60 videos. So from now on, I'm only going to be putting out content that's if it's educational, it's going to make sense and it's going to be impactful like this, or it's going to be high quality, like visual. No more bullshit. No more bullshit moving forward. So that's what we're doing. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. A huge percentage of all my views are coming from non-subscribers. So in the last 28 days, we've gained 43 subscribers. So we're growing. You know what I mean? If we can hit those numbers every month, we'll be making some traction. So I just want to thank you guys who did subscribe and who do thumbs up. I appreciate it. It lets me know that you guys are digging the content, and I'm just going to keep coming.